lesson, check the description box below, in your YouTube player for tabs and backing tracks, on my website, information about the sound tools I'm using today, and links to other goodies via my Patreon page. Continuing. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. The first chord is a G major 7. We're up here at the 10th fret. That's my A string. Think of this G shape, but then, though, a major 7 would be 10, 12, 9. There's the good note. 12. And just for fun, I'll roll my volume back a little. I just left out the 5th because, I don't know, I thought it would be less murky. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That little melody line there, octaves on my G at 9 and then 12 on my E. By the way, there's slow down gears in YouTube down here and up here. I recommend going about 3/4 speed if I'm talking too fast. Usually I go pretty slow. Spacebar pauses it, arrows go forward and back 5 seconds at a time. So yeah, I would do that if you're working on this. That way I can talk as fast as I want and you can learn as slow as you want or fast. 9 and 12. Back it up to 7 and 10. Change strings to my D, 9, B, 12. And bring it forward 1, 2. Was that 10 and 13? Then you're going to back up to an F major 7, which would be the same shape as G. Same thing as there's F, there's a major 7. Go ahead and not worry about that note. He gets deadenified. 3, 4, and for grins, I was like, switched it out to a major 9. It's still an F major 7-ish chord. 3, 5, 5, 3. And then another F major 7 chord. This is a good one. 3, 3, 2, 1, 0. So that really I could drop down to get that little walk up. 1, 1, 3, 4. And then we got an A minor. So there's an A minor shape. So I'm just going to be grabbing 7, 5, 5. Use my pinky. Hey, pinky, good finger. For the 7 on that G. Then it's a D chord with a, an E up on top in the melody. So I'm using an Andy Summers shape. 5, 7, 9. Yeah, I do that. That 9 goes back to a 7. Yeah, it's Elton John, man. What a writer. And Bennie. The melody, the way it hangs on the chords is really fascinating. 9, 7. Interestingly enough, I'm getting that, a B natural there, that 9th fret. Back up to that 7, 9. And then we got a G chord. I love how mumbly and drunk he sounds in this song. So yeah, you got, if this is a G, caged, that's what I use, the cage system, that's a caged C-shaped G. 10, 9, and 8 going back and forth. And interestingly enough, this is a similar trick that's employed in Leonard Cohen's Hallelujah. It goes G to E7. That's the same as the baffled king the baffled king composing Hallelujah. Oh my God, those two line up. Anyway, bring that 10 there up to an 11, but keep the other parts the same. There's our E7, back to an A minor. There's that D again. And then I'm going to back out to like an E minor. So, what am I doing? Slide it back to 4 on that G. Here comes a little 3-0. Pull up. That's a blues lick. From E blues. Totally Jimi Hendrix, Hey Joe right there. Anyway. 4, 2, 0, 2, 0, and then I grab a little 3, 3, 0, 0. That part's cool. That also reminds me of Steely Dan, Do it again? Is that the one I'm thinking of? You go back, check, do it again. All right, anyway. Back to A minor again. And then this time it's a B minor. There's a B minor shape, so I'm going, gonna hear electric music. So that's 9, 9, 7, back up, and then a C. Here's a C. This is a Jimi Hendrix trick right here. Everybody still recording? I always just have to check halfway through to make sure nothing's broken, because it is 2020. 10. Cat hair. 9, 7, 9. Great. There we are. And I just dropped to a similar, in the open position. Here's a C chord, O2. Then we're kind of, is this the pre-chorus or the chorus? I don't know. The next part. So it's really a G. So I'm just grabbing G octaves. There's my D string. There's my B string. 5, 8. Have you seen him yet? Yeah. 5 and 5. That middle one's dead. All, yeah, left hand muting. 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. Still muted. Back to that. That took me forever to transcribe for some reason. Again, because the vocals are so talk singy in this one. Have you seen them yet? Oh, they're so spaced out. Which is a fun challenge for me. I love taking vocal things and putting them on guitar. It totally changes how you think guitar can move. So that little 5, I'm on my D string, 5, 7 to 9, 5 to 7. And then let me hip you to this, because this took a lot to time. 1, 2, 3. So you hit this note, count in your head, 2, 3, ba, ba, ba. And that gets us to the end of the bar. 2, 3, ba, 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 Bennie and the Jets. There it is. So you count 2, 3, and then ba, 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 and then we're on a C chord, so I just put the C root in. Again, dead. That's 8 and 7. 9, 5 to 7. Big old C9-ish type thing. 3, dead, open, 3. Yeah, I guess I did not notice when I was preparing this how much there's a... I guess it makes sense because it's such a clunky, funky song that, like, I'm going to be hitting a lot of strings and muting a lot of strings. That's actually quite difficult to work on if your left hand muting is not amazingly awesome. And then it goes back. A little bit different that time. Has a little bit of a 4, 3, 5. Still out of this G shape. Again, always look for what chord shape the lick is relating to. Yep, and then a slightly different melody. 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, boom. And then just all this chromatic stuff's coming. So we're still on an A minor. On my G string, 6, nope, 7, 8, open E. Here's a C chord. Played around with that third and flat third, 10, 9, going back and forth with 8. Bring it forward. There's a D chord. You can see that, 12, 11, back and forth. And then we jump way down, 3, 0. Because I think it's an E minor chord. And I do this is like Pixies. 5 and 4 going back and forth with that open E up there. All the way up to 12, because that reminds me of, I know I'm digressing. Reminds me of Where Is My Mind. My subscribers will appreciate all the references. Those of you who don't know me, sorry. All right. Slide way to 12, and we're about to hit a C chord with this big vocal fall. So I'm thinking of that shape C that all my students don't like to play. 8, and then you get a 7 that you're going to pre-bend. Let that puppy fall, and then it's like a B flat over C. So if this is a B flat chord, you leave that C in the bass, flat across. Cool chord, very 70s chord. And there's our Bennie and the Jets, there's our refrain. 3, 3, 3, 5, 4. Now, when I come back, when I listen to it, and of course we've listened to the song 1,000 times in our life, I'm using this awesome version of G major 7. If you get nothing from this lesson, aside from this chord, it's worth it. This is a great chord. This little staircase shape, delicious. And yeah, I listened to his piano, which is awesome. He's playing around with taking notes on and off, so I'm basically removing that F sharp there. You know, okay, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, comes off and on, off and on. And you can mess around with it. I think I did it different every take, probably. And here's that line in this octave. 5, 4, 3, 5, 5, 3, 4, 5. You can see I don't like to say the fret numbers. Down to that F major 7. And yeah, you can totally do this to an F, mainly an F major 7. You can pop those two off, so you basically have a G and a B against those two. Let's reference Nick Drake. Nick Drake does that in Things Behind the Sun. He does that to his F chord. It's nasty. It's a great sound. But yeah. I'm basically, just so you know, hey, how's it going? I'm thinking of the diddly beat, which the diddly beat, I'm like, oh, how can I adapt that to this? Yep. That's what I'm doing there. Little chromatic walk up. There's an F sharp, there's our G. 3, 4, 5. That's what I'm doing. Diddly beat with F major 7. Ta-da! Super fun one to work on. Definitely take it in, I don't know, 1 or 2 bar increments, because I didn't even realize until I started, filming this to teach it, how much muting, clank, clank, clank is going on to get it smooth. That's not easy to do, and that is actually one of the few times that, usually I'm like, yo, play it really slow. There's a line there, because if you do muting too slow, it'll come out like which that won't work either. So this one's, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a deceivingly tricky one to work on. There's finger stretches, there's all sorts of cool things in there. Now, this is a question that people will, students will ask of me often. It's like, I never finish anything. When do you know you're done? And I tell them, you don't have to finish anything. Don't worry about it. Even if you only get one cool lick from this whole thing, that to me is worth it, because as we all know, there's plenty of cool licks out there. There's plenty of great instructional material on YouTube and elsewhere for guitar, so I wouldn't beat yourself up over not finishing this arrangement. Sure, if you were like, I'm going to finish this arrangement and I'm going to play it with my band, which right now I'm filming this in, the era of coronavirus, so I don't think many people are having band practices, so that's not a question, but we'll get there again. If there's no real goal, don't beat yourself up for not finishing stuff. Just move along. There's so much cool stuff to play around with. You play around with enough stuff, boom, you've developed a style. I hope. Anyway, good luck. Thanks for watching.